Hey everybody, Real World Prepper. I want to ask a question. Who among us is feeling hopeful for 2020, for our country, at least for a little while? Check in, I'll share my thoughts on the matter. Alright, so what I'm talking about is, first of all, super bright sunny day here at Area 53. We love Area 53, and it's going along great here, by the way, trying to get the homestead in order. Got a lot of work to do. Ooh, that sun is bright. If I turn around the other way, then you're not just going to see a black outline of me, so that's why I'm doing it this way. I guess I could go inside, but it's so nice, and I've got things I've got to do out here too. Just spent the day at work. But anyway, as things go on, I've looked and reviewed more the speech that Donald Trump gave at the UN, the third annual UN address that he gave last week. And again, you know, as I've stated before, I'm not the biggest Donald Trump fan. However, I'm glad that he's the president over Hillary Clinton. I hope that he remains the president for another 4 years over all of the other candidates. I think the real contenders in the Democratic, on the Democratic side, are going to be Bernie, Joe Biden. A lot of people are saying Elizabeth Warren. I don't know if I believe that. I think Beto has already shot himself in the foot. I don't think he had much of a shot anyway. There's a lot of losers over there, quite frankly. And look, I say it like that because these guys are so hardline and so you know, and there's a lot of people that back what they believe in and what they say. There's no doubt about that. We all know it. But I believe what's ultimately happening is the Democrats keep shooting themselves in their own feet to where they're scaring off their own base in a lot of ways. Now, I think some people are going to be turned to the Republican Party, not necessarily Donald Trump. In some instances, I do think they will be turned towards Donald Trump. But I do have some hope for 2020. I had not had much hope for 2020 for a Republican in office, Donald Trump. But, well, you know, he says he's a Republican, and we all know his history and all that kind of good stuff. But the fact is, and I've said it before, and I'm going to say it again, I believe that as far as us preppers, getting our things in order, getting our ability to take care of ourselves in order, getting our preps in order, getting all of our business in order, our guns, our ammunition, our like I say, our preps, ways to sustain, ways to provide electricity, to provide food, to provide water, and replenish that if possible. You've got this brief timeline between 1 and 5 years. You know, the 1 more year that Donald Trump is in office, or 5 if he gets reelected. And I'm beginning to have more hope that he's going to be reelected because of the actions and words of many of these Democratic candidates and the pundits and the mainstream media. They're so focused right now on sinking Donald Trump, his election efforts, re-election efforts, I should say, and his reputation as a whole, just trying to, you know, this impeachment garbage, which we all know, you know, is just a bunch of hoo-ha, that there's nothing there. We all know it. You know, you and I watching this, I'm sure we've got a lot of people that would argue that. I worked with a guy who would argue that till his last breath, you know, that Donald Trump is a criminal and all this stuff. But they found nothing. There's nothing. Everything, he's coming up clean everywhere he goes. Is he the best guy in the world? No. Is he the most moral guy in the world? I don't think so. But is he a criminal in regards to you know, high crimes against the American people and the American public? No. There's no proof of that at this point. There is only allegation, and poor allegation at that. Just fishing, just grasping at straws from the left and from the media and everybody that hates him. So the whole thing is a big dog and pony show, but ultimately I think it should paint a picture to you guys as to why we should prep, why we should be getting things together, and kind of an idea of your timeline. But I am hopeful that we're going to have the 5 years instead of the 1. I just wanted to share this brief little message of hope. You know, it's a feel-good message, if you will, and it goes along with me feeling good about just things in general, seeing different things go on in our country, just with people. You know, I see a lot of good in people, and that's you don't see that often. I've had a lot of personal experiences lately where my faith is restored in humanity to some degree, and so that's been a good thing. Another thing, the RWP family will be taking a vacation. I mentioned in an earlier video that I'm going to talk about prepping, get home procedures or sustenance procedures when you're far away from home. I am going to get into that as we embark on our vacation very soon. So that's coming up. I want you guys to stay tuned for that. I'm not sure what I'm going to title the video, but I'll make sure that the title will reflect that's the topic. I want you guys to check it out because it's going to be a little bit of a stark difference in what I do here at home and what I do every day, working close to where I live relatively, and how we prepare here on the homestead. So stay tuned for that. And anyway, just wanted to share this little message of hope. Hope you guys are prayed up, you're prepared up, you're loving your neighbor, your family, your friends, you're making connections wherever you can. Pray for our leaders, pray for Donald Trump. Like him or not, he's who's in office. So even if you're against Donald Trump, you should be praying that he succeeds, because his success means your success and our success as a nation. And so these are things that we should be focused on. So I just wanted to share this brief little message. Thank you so much for watching. Tune in very soon, within about a week or so, if not, well, yeah, within about a week. I'm going to put together this video of prepping while traveling far from home, and far enough where your get-home bag is not going to do it, okay? So thanks again, Real World Prepper. Check me out on Patreon. Subscribe to this channel if you have not. Like and share these videos. Please, any comments or interjections, I'd love to hear them, love to read them. I've got a P.O. box if you want to send physical correspondence. It's all in my About section. The Patreon link, the P.O. box, my email address is there if you want to send me an email. To those of you who have sent me emails, Ed, JC Glock 40, Bohica, everybody else, there's a bunch of you, and a lot of you have not responded to, or I've been late to respond. I apologize. Things have just been super busy at work. It is that busy time for me. At work. We're a seasonal kind of industry, what I'm involved in. So anyway, so I apologize if I hadn't got back to you. I intend to get back to everyone. I do look at the links that you guys send me, whether I respond or not, but thank you for that. Anyway, that's all I've got. Check in soon. Look for that video. Again, not sure how I'm going to title it, but you'll know what it is. I'll make sure the title is obvious enough. But thanks again, Real World Prepper. I'm going to catch up with you guys very soon.